Matthew Caller.
Hi, Patrick. I was hoping you could talk a little more about Mike Zimmer and what you see there, and just maybe schematically and what you see on his defense and where you might fit, and just what it's like to compete against him the times that you have.
One thing I can say, competing against Coach Zim, his team's going to be well prepared. His team's going to be competitive, and his team is going to be relentless. Have an opportunity to be recruited by Coach Zim too, being drafted in 2011. He was a defensive coordinator over at Cincinnati, and having an opportunity to pick his brain and just seeing the history and his track record of some of the guys that he was able to work with throughout his NFL career, his very long NFL career. And it just made sense to me, because I feel like I said, I have a lot left in the tank. And every cornerback or, every defensive back that Coach Zim had the opportunity to help, take their game to the next level, he's done that. His defense itself, is always in the top 10. I think last year was probably his worst finish since he's been here as a head coach. And just, like I say, just the tenacity that his team has when they step out on the football field on Sunday. It just goes to show that, like I said, his teams are well prepared, and they just have a relentless mindset that's undeniable. So that's why I wanted to be a part of this organization. Coach Zim football team do a great job on the offensive side of taking care of the football. Captain Kurt had I believe his best year last year throwing the ball. Got Justin Jefferson on the outside, Adam, who's a good golf buddy of mine. You got Dalvin. I mean, you got weapons all over the place, and that's just on the offensive side of the ball. You got Anthony Barr, Harrison, myself. You got Hunter. I'm sorry. I know I'm forgetting some people, but we're loaded. So if we can come in here and stick to the core, the three core value words around, I believe it was unity, commitment, and relentless. If we can get all 53 guys on the same page for 16 games, or it might be 17 games this year, if I'm not mistaken, we have a chance to do something pretty special.
Andrew Kramer.
Hey, Patrick, I just wanted to ask you about your scouting process of just the Vikings roster. What do you think? You brought up a lot of names there, but what do you think about the defensive back room that you're joining? And certainly, what's your leadership style that you are going to try to bring with these young guys?
Well, haven't had an opportunity to really dial in as far as look at tape on the young guys. I have not real good friends with Mike, but have a good relationship with Mike. Harrison played in a bunch of Pro Bowls with him, I believe. 2 for sure, maybe 3. I know they had Chris Jones here last year. I don't think he's still on the roster. I played with him in Arizona. I know a couple of the young guys we drafted last year. So, like I said, I really haven't done any digging on the defensive back side of the ball. I mean, in the defensive backfield, but I do know that we have some young guys in that room that definitely earned a lot of playing time last year. That I won't mind, showing them the road. Like I alluded to earlier, Larry showing me how to be a pro, showing these young guys how to be a pro, how to study to take their game to the next level for sure.
Sam Ekstrom.
Hey, Patrick, as you hit the age 30 mark, what are some routines and habits that you've gotten into to make sure that Father Time doesn't catch up to you? And how have you kept your body in shape?
Man, just honestly, just continually working around the clock. There's no off seasons, because the time that you take a break or let your body go in this, relaxed state, that's when you're going to lose a step, because at the same time, your body is not able to, recover or bounce back as quickly or as efficient as it was, in your earlier years. So I try to work around the clock, just try to keep my body acclimated of always being in some type of exhorted, exercise, or, always just pushing the envelope to where, once I do roll into the season on Sunday, into the season, I'm going to be in well shape. My body's going to be well conditioned, and I do necessarily things throughout the week to make sure that I don't have these knacks and bruises and these aches, to where that I can be I can play at my best on Sundays. And I think the regimen I've been on for the last 8-9 years it's been great to me. I haven't missed any time due to injuries. So I think I'm doing something right. So I want to keep it going in the right direction, so I can fulfill my goal of my NFL playing career.
Courtney Cronin.
Hi, Patrick. Did the Vikings pursue you as a cornerback, or do you envision potentially that this might be where you move to safety? I know on Brandon Marshall's podcast, you said you were open to that idea. Do you know kind of what the plan is, where you might be playing in 2021?
Well, I believe the plan is me playing cornerback. I believe, like Rick alluded to, I know that I have a lot left in the tank. I feel that I still have a good position, as far as being in position to make plays at the cornerback position. So I know I can still play at a high level. So my position will be cornerback for sure.
Patrick Rick mentioned that there's still a lot to prove. I guess looking back at the last 2 years, how do you think those went? And when you look at those, is there any area that you're looking to improve on coming into this season?
I don't think the last 2 seasons definitely went as planned. Having year before having to serve that 6-game suspension. Last year having little ebbs and flows throughout the season. I can't really point at what caused that or whatever. I just know there's long seasons and things happen throughout the season to where not necessarily get thrown off track or anything like that. It's just, you just have to find ways. With me being in this game for a very long time, when things don't go right, you just have to stick to the script. And, with me playing 150 something games, I've been through worse times. I've been through the good times, been through the bad times. Just as long as I find a way to stick to the strip and fall back on my fundamentals, I know I'll be okay. So now having a fresh start, new scenery, fresh air, I think it's going to be great for me.